Everyone gets ill sometimes through eating something really dodgy. The worst time for me was when I was in Brazil once, and I was sitting on the beach with some friends, drinking beer, enjoying the sun, and a guy came over with a bucket of oysters. I guess we were pretty drunk and my friend wanted to try the oysters, so he ordered a big plate of them. To be honest, it's never a good idea to buy shellfish from a bloke who spends the whole day walking up and down the beach carrying a bucket in the sun. You just don't know if they're fresh or they've gone off. Of course, the guy says that they're fresh, that they were caught that morning. I guess I didn't think about it. It's pretty reckless to eat oysters if they're not fresh. Anyway, to cut a long story short, they tasted fine, but the next day I was so ill. All the colour drained from my face. I was really pallid. I had stomach cramps. I started throwing up. I had really bad diarrhoea. I just locked myself in the bathroom and I spent 3 days in there. I couldn't come out. I couldn't eat anything because I couldn't keep it down. I was just crippled with stomach cramps. It's the worst feeling I've ever had in my life. If you get food poisoning, you're going to be badly ill for probably 3 days. And it's serious. It's really serious. You know, people die from food poisoning. And dodgy shellfish is one of the worst. But I guess you learn from the experience. What did I learn? I think I learned never to buy shellfish again from a bloke on the beach. I haven't had oysters since. It's a shame really because I quite like them. I just wouldn't take the risk again. It knocked me for 6 basically. But you know what they say? What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Okay, let's look at some of the words and phrases from this lesson. Something really dodgy. Dodgy is a very common word in the UK. It's a slang word and it means something which is not good, poor quality, or something which is not right. I ate some dodgy oysters, which means oysters that had gone off. They were not good, they were not fresh, they were dodgy, and they made me ill. Dodgy is a very useful word. You can use it in different contexts as well. You could also use dodgy for something which is illegal, against the law. A dodgy business is an illegal business. A dodgy person is someone you can't trust. A dodgy chair is a chair that is broken and you shouldn't sit on it. A bloke. A bloke is a very common slang word in the UK and it means a man or a guy. You don't know if they're fresh or if they've gone off. If food has gone off, it means it is not fresh. It is not good to eat and you should throw it away. It's pretty reckless. If something is reckless, then it means it's dangerous. You're taking a big risk. So if you eat oysters that are not fresh, this is very reckless. To cut a long story short. This is a good expression we use when we're talking, meaning I don't want to tell you all the details, I'll just tell you the most important part of a story. To cut a long story short. All the colour drained from my face. This means I was very ill, or it could also mean I was very scared or frightened. And your face goes white. The blood leaves your face and you don't look happy or healthy. I was really pallid. Pallid means pale, white, lacking in colour. If your face is pallid, it means the blood has left your face and you don't look good. I had stomach cramps. Stomach cramps means a terrible pain in your stomach. It feels like something is pulling your stomach together. It's very painful. I started throwing up. Throw up means to vomit. So it means all the food in your stomach comes up and out of your mouth, and this normally happens when you're very ill. I had really bad diarrhea. Diarrhea means you can't stop going to the toilet. Again, you feel very, very ill. I couldn't keep it down. If you eat something and you can't keep it down, it means you vomit, you throw up. Every time you try to eat something, you feel you are going to vomit again. I couldn't keep it down. Food poisoning. This means you eat something very, very bad and it makes you very, very ill. It knocked me for 6. This is a common expression in the UK. It comes from the sport of cricket. It basically means it hit me very hard. It made me feel very ill. You could also say it surprised me. It knocked me for 6.